So hello everyone and welcome back to COVEA. It is episode 13 and today we're doing pretty much just a mega revamp of a lot of stuff around the zoo, mainly the foliage. I think I mentioned in the last episode that since the conservation pack came out, that added a lot of new foliage, specifically like small grasses that are really low to the ground, and those are amazing and I really wanted to use them a lot, and that's pretty much what I'm doing here. I'm going to be redoing a lot of the large foliage areas of the zoo. There's still more to be done. For example, I want to redo the foliage on the Indian elephant and Indian rhino habitat, and the binturong habitat, which is sort of the Goodfellows tree kangaroo habitat. I kind of want to completely redo that one. And then for some more fully fledged revamps, we are redoing this part of the gharial habitat, that's what you're watching right now, and we are redoing in total, completely redoing the bird show area because I absolutely despised that. I don't know how that was an entire video, but it sucked. So yeah, I read that too, and God, it looks amazing. I'm really happy with it. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about here. So we're gonna have a time lapse of the gharial bit, we're gonna have a time lapse of the bird show bit, and then we're going to have like some before and after pictures of all the areas that I've changed, and then we're going to do a little bit of a fly around and a bit of a tour of the zoo so you guys know where everything is, because we haven't done that in so long, and the channel has been growing quite a bit recently, so if any of those new people are going to be watching COVEA, they probably won't want to watch all the previous episodes. I wouldn't. I hate most previous episodes apart from like the last 3 or 4, so if you're watching this and thinking I might go back, don't even bother. I'm going to be doing a tour today that'll give you all the information you need. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot to talk about. So last episode I talked a lot about how Satisfactory was going to be coming out the week after the last COVEA episode, and I was talking about how well the first episode of Deep Rock was received. Well, episode 2 of Deep Rock has since come out, and so has that. I'm really excited, and I'm trying to talk quick because I don't have that long to talk because these time lapses aren't that long. Since then, episode 2 of Deep Rock has come out, and the 100 Days in Satisfactory video has also come out, and those have been received so well. I was really happy, and I still would be, don't get me wrong, but I was so thrilled when the first episode of Deep Rock got like 120 views, because that's like 4 or 5 times the amount that my videos normally get. So I was so happy for support, and like I said, still am. However, episode 2 blew that out of the park. I got like 10 times the views. Let me have a look at what it's got now. Yeah, so as of recording this, it was uploaded 11 days ago, and it's got 1,323 views. On top of that, the previous COVEA episode went ballistic for no apparent reason. It got more views than even a Deep Rock video, but it's that second Deep Rock video, man. It's insane. And the 100 Days in Satisfactory video now is at 1,120, and it has 34 comments. So the channel has pretty much doubled. It's grown insanely. We hit 50 subs just over a month ago, and looking at it now on my screen, might have changed by the time this video goes up. We're at 99. 99 of 100. So I know I'm talking a lot about this stuff, but just the support and all the kind words, especially in all the comments on the 100 Days video, the support that people have been showing is nuts. I've been doing this YouTube thing since the start of 2020 now, on this channel since like, I think March 2021, and haven't really seen much growth, and that's fine. I'm still always going to keep doing this as long as I can because I really enjoy it, but it's crazy and so cool to just finally have people just, say what I'm doing is good. So it's so nice, and I'm really happy. The third Deep Rock video is not out yet. It probably won't be coming out for another couple of weeks, but that's nearly done. I've nearly finished editing it. Really happy with how it came along. And the release date for the next update for Satisfactory Update 6 has been announced. That's coming out on the 20th. I think I am gonna do another 100 days. I'm not set in stone on that. The options were another 100 days or just more build by build videos, but I do think the 100 days is a better way of doing it. And I think that doing it for a second time would, I think I'd be able to do it a lot better, or at least quicker. I don't know. It's still 100 hours of gameplay, so it's a big ask, and that video won't come out for months at the very least. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the support, everyone. If you're new to the channel and you're watching this one, welcome. I'm glad to have you here. It's great. Since I just mentioned we are about to hit 100 subs again. Well, actually, this video, it's Tuesday today. No, it's Wednesday. I keep forgetting the days, man. It's Wednesday today. I have a Deep Rock short going up tonight, and this COVEA video is going to be going up the same Saturday. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I should have mentioned this right at the start, but I kind of got sidetracked. If you hear any noises in the background today, normally I record these videos when I'm the only one at home, so it's quiet. But we've recently been looking after one of my mum's friend's dogs while she's on holiday, and she's currently sleeping right behind me because we got back from a walk not too long ago. She's called Bella. She's very old and has very smelly breath, but she's adorable and I love her. And I'm gonna see if I can put a picture of her on screen right now. There she is. I took the picture. She's laying right behind me. She's laying right on the wheels of my chair. It's not remotely annoying. But yeah, I'll show a little picture of that. So yeah, if you've had any noises like, she does a really big sigh every like half an hour. It's really funny. I don't know, maybe she's been moving around. I haven't really been looking. But yeah, if you've had any noises, that's why. But yeah, I think we should at this point be way past the end of the gharial time lapse, and we should be moving on to the bird show bit. I pretty much completely ripped out everything that we had before and started redoing it, and man, I gotta tell you, I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. I don't know what I was thinking with that first one. Honestly, it was awful. That has been my most hated point in the zoo for so long, and now this is one of my favorite bits. And when we're in the tour, I'll show you, or I'll talk more about what I was thinking. For example, the roof. So you've got all the stands. There's 2 tiers of seats looking into the middle stage area. And then you've got some wood or like a little shelter covering you. So if it's raining, you can sit in the stands and not get soaked. For example, so like the roof is made out of wood stained blue or painted blue or whatever. Initially, that's just the color that the piece comes in. And initially I put that down and I thought, oh, I'll change it. And I'll just change it brown because it is flaky color. But then I sat in one of the seats, or like pretended to sit in one of the stand seats. And I looked up and it kind of blended really nicely into the sky. So it gives this sort of immersion that there's no wood above you, but it still shelters you. Obviously, it's not perfect. You can still see that there's wood there. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. And like I said, we're going to be doing a tour of pretty much the entire zoo today because the time lapse ended up being a bit shorter. I could have made it a lot longer. It actually was. It was about 40 minutes at first, but I thought, ooh, that's not good. And then I sped it up a bunch more. So it's now like, what? It's like 9 minutes or something. So yeah, I don't really know what else there is to talk about. We've got a couple minutes left of the time lapse. I guess I should just mention it somewhere that I'm going to be going back to uni soon. By soon I mean next week. Today, in 7 days from recording this, is when I'm going to be going back. So YouTube might take a little bit of a hit on how many videos are coming out. We've been pretty consistent recently. Although have we really? Not really. But yeah, regardless, I just wanted to mention that. But I'm quite looking forward to going back. Anyways, you know what? Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to cut this time lapse short, and I'm going to show you the before and afters for all the other stuff we've done. So I'll show you first off the gharial habitat. So this is it before, and this is the gharial habitat after. And then we've got the bird show area before, and then we've got the bird show area after. That improvement is crazy, is it not? There we got some grass before, and some grass in between, and some grass after. And then we've got more grass before, and more grass in between, and more grass after. And then we've got the entrance area before and in between again, and then after, and then at night time because the lights look really nice. Then we've got the front of the gharial habitat before and after, followed by the side of the gharial habitat before, and guess what? After. So that is all the areas of the zoo that we have revamped for today's episode. I'm thinking revamping the elephant and rhino habitat and the rest of the parking lot entrance area will both be done at some point, possibly, maybe potentially on a stream, because I'm going to be... That's the thing. I'm going to be getting back into streaming. But you know what? I'll leave that to talk about for another time. But yeah, those areas might be done in a stream, and then the Goodfellas Tree Kangaroo / Binturong area, I'm going to leave at least until I do the Night House. Ideally until Goodfellas or some kind of Tree Kangaroo are added into the game, which, man, that's got to happen soon, right? They're like the top of a lot of people's lists. They're certainly top of mine. But yeah, tell you what, we will end the time lapse and stuff here, and we'll send you guys right into a tour of the entire COVEA project so far. Alright, so here we are in COVEA to give you guys a wonderful tour of our wonderful zoo that's been a work in progress for well over a year at this point. This tour is going to be pretty uncut, really. Going to be some moments of silence where I'm just walking about. But yeah, we are starting off here at the main entrance, the car park. Nothing super special to show off here. Obviously, you guys have seen this before. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of the layout of the zoo. So up here, this is where the main road would come in. Obviously, you can't build out there, so there's nothing there. Deliveries and staff can go through to the staff parking and our storage facility area. There is a food prep room there as well. We have got the main parking area, the disabled parking area, and the bus parking area. And from those 3 parking areas, you can go all the way down here and go in from any of these 3 paths, but we're going to go in from this bit because that's where most people would, and we'll hop down into explore mode. So we've got our fancy new welcome sign and all of our new foliage and rocks in this area here, all stuff that we have updated today. We've got right up there our not brand new, I was going to say brand new, but nope, that's been there since episode 1. Our COVEA sign, that is the COVEA logo, which I don't really use anywhere. I do have a COVEA logo drawn by Soup, but I just don't really use it in anything anymore. It's in a couple of thumbnails though. But to the left of the entrance here, if we just run over there, we have got a brand new statue of an Asian elephant, and this date here is the date that this series started, when the first episode was uploaded. So if we head up here, we can take a look, before even entering the zoo, at the Indian rhino and Indian elephant habitat. And you can see one of the cute little dudes possibly drinking. His neck appears to be slightly broken, but we'll just let him be. Let's not bother him. We'll head down over to the other side. If you head up on this other side, you can take a look down. Oh yeah, this is broken. For some reason you can't walk up this. But you can look down from up here into the Aldabra tortoise habitat. And on the right side, there is a Nile lechwe and giraffe habitat. And I'm thinking about making this whole section here to kind of remove that. So I'm thinking of making this line just go down here, and that will widen up this habitat a little bit. Because I don't like the fact that you can see into the storage area from up here. Anyways, we'll head back down here and back into explore mode. And we'll walk through the ticket office. We've got some ATMs. This is where you get your tickets. There's some gift shop items and whatnot, and then we come through into a view of the Gharial Lake and the restaurant. I still think this view is a really cool view. It'll look especially nice once there's actually stuff decorated in the background. You can see the hill up there that has nothing on it, so it does look a little bit bare. I mean, you can see all the way through there back of the mountain, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I still love this view. So we've got the Gharial Lake here. We'll go to the right first, I suppose. So this is where the Aldabra tortoise habitat is. We were looking down from up there just a second ago. Got our beautiful Aldabra tortoise. I think that is a hybrid. That is 2 in 1. Okay, and oh, there's the Aldabra. He was kind of disguised as a rock there. I didn't even see him. And the Aldabra tortoise house is in the back there as well. But we'll continue wrapping around Mia. We've got some nice little planters. And to the right here, on the back of the Aldabra tortoise, you can take a look into their little house that they actually can't get into because somehow that door is too small for them to get through, even though realistically 2 of them could walk side by side and still be able to get in and out. It makes no sense, but I'm just going to pretend that it works. But yeah, so back out this way. If we wrap around here, this is the Nile lechwe sleeping area, and if you look over here, that's the staff entrance for the gharials, and on the right, you have a nice long look at the end, at the side of the giraffe and lechwe habitat. On the left-hand side, you have the entrance to the restaurant. The hideout is what it's called. So on to the right, we have this ugly entrance to our African plateaus area. Is that what I called it? No, it's the African Ridge. I remembered instantly. Hate this entrance. It's going to be getting removed. But if you head all the way up here, you can take a bit of a look into the habitat, but the main viewing area is right here, and it still needs a little bit of work, a bit of decoration, because the inside of here is not very detailed, but you can take a look out over into the habitat, and you're kind of at roughly head height for the giraffes. You're a bit higher than that. And you can see there, that is the storage facility, but the third one of these storage buildings was converted into a giraffe house. Moving our way around here, this area is very much unfinished, but along this left path here, you have a viewing point for the African wild dogs. Your main viewing point, this is kind of the main path. These 4 boxes were intended to be aviaries. They might stay aviaries, they might not. I haven't really decided. So you can take a look in through these windows surrounded by the rocks and take a look for the African wild dogs, of which I can see absolutely none. Oh, there he is. There's one behind the tree, and there is another viewing point for those there, but I'll wrap around to this side instead. Got the keeper entrance right here, and you can walk all the way up this little hill, and you come to this little land bridge. You can look out over to the left, and those 2 viewing points that we were at just a second ago. Oh, look at them! They're playing, so cute. But on the opposite side, you have a view into their more secluded area, which looks a bit barren, but really all I think I need to do is add jungle behind it, and then it'll look a lot more closed in, which I think will be nice. But that is pretty much it for our African Ridge area for the time being. So we'll fly quickly back over to the entrance, and we'll go along the left path, which has significantly more stuff. On the left, right of the entrance, you can take a look into the rhinos and elephants again. Not a great view, but you can see there is a house up there that has little pictures of the two species here, although that's an African elephant sign. There is barely any Asian elephant decorations in this game, and it's very annoying. But regardless, you can keep going up here. I gotta say, I love these two walls, the log and rope, and then this stone and like overgrowth moss, ivy type thing. I love the combination of these two fences. But as you're going up here, you can look over into the gharial lake once more, into the area that we updated today as well. And on the left side, you end up at the place that the river goes under. So this is a little lamp. Moving on, we come up, but yeah, you have a nice view into the elephants and rhino habitat. This is generally the main viewing area for them. We've also got some cameras floating around from earlier in this video, so just ignore them for now. To the right, we have our brand new aviary and bird show area. So we've got a nice little area that I didn't show in the time lapse. This is where you can park a pram or something. If a family is visiting the zoo and they could take like a key or a number or something, hold on to that, and then they can make sure they get the right pram back. And you'd have a member of staff sitting here at the start of the show to make sure everyone does that. And yeah, I'm going to take a bit longer in this area because I haven't actually shown it before, because obviously we built it today. The improvement from the old version is insane. I really like how this one turned out, and I hated the old one. So I'm very, very happy with this. And in fact, if I just take a quick run over here and quickly switch it to nighttime, there is also some really nice lighting in it as well. Obviously, the zoo would rarely be open at night, but regardless, I still really like it. So we'll switch it right back over to day. And then we can head over here to the elephant and rhino house. The capuchin, oh, it's not capuchin anymore. Wait, it is capuchin. It is capuchin. It's the capuchin and capybara habitat on the right here. This is a little staff area. No guests were supposed to go here, but it's a nice little area to park the jeeps to get on top of the building, and it's the entrance to this habitat. But the guests will go in here, and it's just all around pretty simple. But a nice little area for the giraffes, not the giraffes, god, I'm really misspeaking today, for the elephants and the rhinos to sleep. You've got a staff area back here, some pinboards, staff rooms, keeper huts, and you can lower down this gate from outside the habitat. So if you had to clean the inside, you can make sure all the animals are out, and you're not going to have a rhino going at you all of a sudden, because that would not be great. And we'll rush all the way over here to our market, which again still needs a bit of work. This is one of those builds that's so rich in detail and decoration that in every update that adds new decorations, you can add more stuff to it. And also, generally speaking, I think I've just improved as a builder. So this area definitely needs updating as well at some point. But overall, I'm still really happy with it, to be honest. We've got an area with some advertisements for the buildings. Along here, we've got a little cart, a little tuk-tuk. On the right here, we have a Pipchot smoothie stand. We have an undefined building, because I haven't decided on that yet. Again, I've done some advertisements like this, but I haven't done it for every building yet because I kind of ran out of ideas. And it also seems like I had this this canoe or whatever as a planter hanging from the roof, and then I later decided that I wanted it to be this boat instead, but I haven't yet changed it out, so that's just kind of chilling there. Regardless, we have a nice little bridge for the staff to walk over, and just overall, just some nice details. This is the entrance to the Capuchin and Capybara walkabout. We'll go through there in just a second. Like I said, this is a kind of aquarium building for freshwater fish, and this is Mystic's Musical Antiques. Mystic is of course in the Deep Rock videos, so if you haven't seen them, go check them out. Shameless self-promotion. And then Super Dupe's Pottery and Painting Studio. Soup is also in the Deep Rock videos, so I think these are very, very nice. And this building doesn't even have an entrance to it. That's how unfinished it is. Swing it around. This is pretty much where it ends. We've just got a nice little bridge going over the river here. And this is eventually where the night house is going to be. But we'll run right back up this and turn left here, walk down there, and we've got some smaller versions of the feature thing that's up there. And this is where our Goodfellas tree kangaroo / binturong habitat is. There is no tree kangaroo in the game so far, so for now there's binturongs in it, but it was intended for Goodfellas tree kangaroos. And I do think I'm going to completely revamp this habitat at some point. Probably when tree kangaroos are added to the game, or when we build the night house, or preferably both. But you know what, now that I'm looking at it, it's not as bad as I remember. Anyways, I also want to show off this around here. So this is just a staff area, but I think it turned out really nicely, especially at nighttime, so I'll show that off real quick. Really, I just like the lights going over the roof. It gives a really nice atmosphere. So this is where any staff members working in any of these shops could have their lunch break or whatever. And there's a little notice board billboard there as well. And this Market Street type deal is also pretty nicely lit up at nighttime. Yeah, I'm still really happy with how this thing turned out. Oh, actually, I wanted to show this. There is an alligator snapping turtle tank right here on the side of the native freshwater fish, despite the fact that alligator snapping turtles aren't native to South America, aka where COVEA is set. Regardless, it's a really cool animal and it's not in the game, so I built a custom one. The alligator snapping turtle, to be clear, wasn't built by me. In the episode that I added this, it should be linked in the description though. But if you go right past the Pipshot smoothie stands, we've got a nice little alleyway here that leads you to some aviaries, and this is the bird show area up here. And I kind of forgot, let's turn it back to day real quick. So this is where they'd keep the birds that have some participation in the bird show or just bird cages for whatever reason. And again, these birds themselves are, I think, made by the same person who made the alligator snapping turtle. But you can continue down here to the restaurant. I'm still super happy with how this turned out. We didn't build it all that long ago, so I'll just have a quick walk through. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. This is probably my favorite thing I've ever built in this game. It still feels kind of unfinished because there's nothing over this direction in the zoo, and this alleyway right here underneath still needs working on, and as does this bridge. But yeah, like I said, I'm still very, very happy with it. That, I think, is kind of it. The next thing we're going to work on, it probably is this little alleyway right here, and then it'll probably be the night house, or possibly the African Ridge, or an Asian area that I want to start working on way over there. It's not often that I fly up above the zoo like this, but you can see, apart from the areas that clearly haven't been finished, it's looking real nice. It's looking like a zoo. Oh, you know, I completely forgot to give a tour. I forgot to give a walk around this thing. Go into explore mode and have a quick run through this capybara and capuchin habitat. This was revamped not too long ago, although this video I did actually go through and add the Yorkshire foggrass. But yeah, we've got a nice little viewing area here. You can walk around. The capuchins are very, very cute. They walk right along the path. And yeah, I'm just very happy with how this is still. And there's a little capuchin house here, so if we walk in here, this is where the capuchins can sleep. Lots of nice space for them. And down on this side, we've got the capybara's sleeping area. Very, very nice. And then you just continue walking down this path to the exit that brings you back into the Market Street. So, okay, that is now everything that I have to show you. So thank you all for watching. Once again, thank you for all the support on the channel recently. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode.